Consider, if you will, how the women and the apostles standing outside the empty tomb must have felt on that first Easter Sunday. The man that they had followed, the one that they had loved, the one that they had seen crucified, who they had placed in the tomb and was hoping to bring him to his final rest, that man, his body was gone. They still hadn't understood what Jesus was saying when he was talking about the fact that he would rise on the third day. They hadn't quite got their heads around it. It was a moment of despair, I'm sure, a moment of emptiness, a moment of loneliness when they were gazing at the empty tomb because they did not have the full story yet. Now, on this Easter Sunday, you and I stand at the empty tomb as well. We can stand and we can look at the empty tomb of Jesus, but we know the full story. We know that it doesn't end with just an empty tomb, with just kind of a tomb robbery. It goes on with his resurrection and his ascension, and is now being with the Lord, with the God in heaven, resurrected and glorified. So we stand in the fullness of faith. We stand in the resurrection. We stand in understanding that this is not an empty tomb that leads to despair, but is one that leads to hope, to salvation. My encouragement to all of us then is to take this moment and really make that reality of the promise of resurrection for ourselves, if we persevere, the foundation of our lives as Christians. That we really become what John Paul II said, we become an Easter people whose song is hallelujah. And it's the foundation of that salvation that takes us to a place of strength, a place of hope, a place of salvation, if we persevere in our lives. If we make the reality of the resurrection a foundation of our daily prayer, it allows us to move from the struggles and despairs and sadness of life and to continue to be that Easter people, bringing the joy of the resurrection and the gospel to others. God bless and happy Easter.